do we always have to fight? I mean, really, do we always have
Who's
to argue?
fighting?
I mean, you just, I just cut him off. And when I thought about it, I was rude to him. And I want to apologize to him for cutting him
To
off. I'm sorry. You were singing. Go ahead and sing some more.
No, we good. I just want to sing.
No,
that.
we don't want him to sing.
And plus, I don't want to
man.
listen to Carlton Banks
I
complain.
don't want him to sing.
You don't want him to sing?
No.
All right. Well, I don't want him to sing either. But I know what I do want. I want to hear your man, Kdub, talk to us a little bit about the NBA. Kdub's on the line with us. What's up, brother?
What's going on, sir?
How you doing, man?
Gentlemen and lady in the room.
What's going on? So how was your weekend, man? You know you got to give us a real quick synopsis of how things went for you, because that's how we do here. What's up?
Oh, no, man. My weekend was good. It was good.
You had fun?
At that.
You gonna leave it at that? It sounds to me, Carlton, like he had a big Rube type of weekend.
He might have.
Yeah,
we might have.
We're gonna leave him. We gonna leave him alone. We gonna leave him alone. We're gonna get right to it, Carlton.
They went to the Sizzler, didn't they? I know they
Went to the Sizzler.
went to the Sizzler.
Even paid.
Why you hating on the Sizzler, dog? Why you
I
hating
ain't
on the
hating on
Sizzler?
the Sizzler.
He even paid. He was like,
Right, here for $12.42, man.
I got you, boo. I
got you.
Yo,
You with Kdub today.
that's right. You know, it's 11:02 if you don't get to drink.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
You know what? You get them all you can eat rolls, boy.
But you know what, man? I'm going to tell you something, K-Dub. I mean, we normally save this for the end, but I'm going to start this right off. I know there are a lot of people that, populate the world's most famous arena that's furious right now. And I'm one of them, and I need to know what the heck is going on. Last week I said what the hell. Right now I'm just beaten. I can't even say what the hell. I need to know what the heck is going on with the Knicks right now.
Well, I mean, the Knicks stinking right now. That's what's going on. Ain't nothing going on, obviously. They play tonight. They play against Detroit at the Garden. They're 7-13, but they're not really a 7-13 team. And the way that they're performing right now, a lot of people are talking about D'Antoni possibly in his last days if they don't necessarily turn it around. D'Antoni got a vote of confidence from Carmelo yesterday after practice, saying that the team was behind him, so on and so forth. But at this particular point for Knicks fans, and it should be for management, at what point are you going to turn it around and play like the talented team that you are? It could be coaching, in my opinion.
Right.
In my opinion, it is coaching.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Now that I see my band back on the court, Mr. CP3, I want to add that so bad. What's going on with him and the Clippers right about now?
Hey, if anybody saw, listen, last night's game was the game I called out last week. If anybody saw that game, or if you didn't, I'm sure everybody heard about the crazy dunk that Blake Griffin had on Kendrick Perkins.
Whack.
CP3 has come back to the Clippers after being hurt. Right now they're on a 3-game winning streak. They're 12-6. They're number one in the. They're actually number 3 in the Western Conference right now. I mean, they're playing awesome. The other night, Chauncey Billups had a big game against his former team, Denver. And just having Chris Paul there is getting a lot of people shots, and it's a show. It's a show right now.
It is. I agree with you, K-Dub. I mean, when you look at how CP can bring up that ball, and then it doesn't even have to be a fast break, and you seeing an alley-oop or a dunk on somebody. I mean, you're already in a half-court offense.
Here's the thing. Last night, he scored in double figures within the last portion of the fourth quarter, which is crunch time. And if you really think about it, when was the last time, if at any, that the Clippers had someone to go to in the clutch minutes of the game?
Right.
Where, they're making good decisions or what have you, and they're getting their shot. I believe he had 14 points within the last 5 minutes of the game. So that's a big thing for your point guard who had double assists. In fact, Chris Paul had 15 assists. The whole Oklahoma City team had 14.
Wow.
Yeah, they had to learn something from that Lakers beat down a week ago.
I see. There you go. I'm gonna tell you right now, that Battle of LA is gonna be like like the movie Battle of LA, where the Clippers are the Marine Corps coming in and kicking butt. All right,
man, they're still the Navy. You need to calm down, son.
But when you watch the Clippers and you watch the Lakers, one team is an exciting team, and the other team just kind of appears to be old news right now. I mean, what do you think about that, Doug?
You're absolutely right. What earlier in the season in regards to the type of players that they have on their team and the type of system is not what we've been accustomed to with the Lakers within the past couple of years. And you compare that to a young, energetic team with the Clippers, who's just straight exciting. I mean, hands down, regardless, you're going to check them out when they play. It's almost like I don't know if you can want to say it's a changing of the guard, but you're seeing a shift in LA. Whereas when was the last time that you seen consistent sellout games at a Clipper game? Exactly.
Yeah. It's like the Clippers. It's your feeder team for most other clubs. You're like, okay, let me get your best player
because that's what they are.
Yeah. It's like that's the D League.
No, that's what they are. It's just a bigger version of the NBDL. That's what the Clippers are. Until they beat the Lakers in the regular season and win the Battle of LA, they are just the Lakers.
But you know what, though? I understand where he's coming from.
But you know what you got to also understand is that right now, listen, the Clippers aren't the Lakers' problem. Now, don't get me wrong. The Clippers, the Lakers are 12-9 right now, so I wouldn't necessarily say they have a problem. They just don't look like the Lakers that we are accustomed to seeing the last 6 years, 4 years, what have you.
After the All-Star break,
they don't necessarily need to worry about the Clippers. They need to worry about themselves
internally, right?
But I'm gonna tell you something. I mean, I understand Big Rube's position as a Lakers fan, not really worrying so much about the Clippers, because as a Knicks fan, when the Nets had their good years, and in those good years, they had some pretty embarrassing victories against us, against the New York Knicks. But even during that period, we never really looked at the Nets like they was a threat. Right. Certainly not a threat in the market.
Yeah.
And barely a threat on the court. But even when they moved to Brooklyn, I still don't feel like I'm concerned about the Nets.
But the Nets were a good team back when the boy who got killed,
Drazen Petrovic.
Yeah, they were a contender back then.
Nah, they weren't no contender.
I thought they were.
I mean, they went to the finals twice.
Right. Yeah, but
they lost twice.
Yeah, but that was 10 years later.
That was Byron Scott's best coaching job ever.
But still, they were contenders. They weren't the Clippers of the East.
Well, the thing is, they were. I disagree with you.
Yeah,
they were.
Oh,
during that period of Drazen Petrovic was right in the heart of the Knicks' resurgence in the late 80s and early 90s, when the Knicks was going to the finals every couple of years. That's when Drazen Petrovic was there. And then we're talking about 10 years later, when they had the Jason Kidd years, when they were going to the finals, and that was during the darkest days of the New York Knicks.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Now, what's up with Gallinari's new contract? He got paid a little bit of cash out there.
Yeah, Danilo Gallinari out in Denver signed a 4-year, $42 million contract. And he's one of, if you're a true Knicks fan, to be honest with you, he's one of the guys that you didn't really want to give up for Carmelo. Granted, we got the Knicks got Carmelo Anthony or what have you, but real Knicks fans or what have you have an issue with Danilo as well as Wilson Chandler getting traded as well. But it's something that had to be done in order to get what they wanted or what have you. But he signed a 4-year, $14 million contract, so it looks like he's going to be staying in Denver for a few more years.
You mentioned Wilson Chandler. Any idea what's up with him? Last time I heard, he went overseas to China or something.
Yeah, he went overseas, and I haven't necessarily heard as far as his production, but he will be eligible to play with a team as of March when their season is over with. Look for him to probably. I'm not sure if he's a free agent or not. But if he is not, look for him to start playing in Denver in March.
Last I heard, he was restricted, and that would mean that he would be property of the Nuggets if he were to come back, and if he was allowed to leave, then the Nuggets would allow it, but he couldn't just go somewhere else just because he wanted to.
Right.
And I wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, let me ask you this, and one of the things that I've noticed is how well the Miami Heat is playing right now, especially with my man D. Wade on the bench from the injury. Any other key injuries out there that we need to be aware of?
Rajon Rondo has a sprained right wrist. Rashawn Brooks from the Nets broke his little toe, so he's going to be out.
Not my pinky toe.
You shot my pinky toe, you skirted, blah, blah, blah.
I'm going to tell you something, man. You had a perfect opportunity to throw a little comedy in there, and you said little toe.
Little toe. My pinky toe.
What's up with that, man?
I ain't going to try to make fun of an injury. Come on, man. The baby. So I've never.
Come on, man.
You could have did your Della Reese, dog.
That's mad excruciating. So
Man,
they shoot off that little. No.
He went mad He went hood and then articulate. Mad excruciating.
How many letters is that? That's like 12
Wow.
or 14 letters.
That's right up there with April earlier when she hit us with libations.
And inebriated.
Yeah. And regurgitation.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You had to break that back up.
Yeah, I know. I didn't mean to bring I didn't mean to bring that back up. Wow, we are clowning today. The giggles is going around the room. We taking away K-Dub's minute. My bad, dog.
You good? Y'all good?
I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry, dog.
And Boobie Gibson he had to stay in Boston to get tests done on a sore neck. From what's understood, he had a sore neck or what have you, and they're thinking that it could be a little bit more than just a sore neck. So he was kept in Boston overnight, but was released earlier today. So hopefully he good or what have you. You don't want to play around with the neck.
Okay.
Well, I get so quiet.
Hey, I got one for you. Didn't who from the Bulls just tore their ligaments in the hand and he's out indefinitely.
That's Lou Dang.
That's Lou L, right?
Lou Dang.
Why for Kobe is not out?
Hey, listen, you can't measure everybody's level of tolerance or what the particular injury is. Just because this person has that injury and that person has that injury, it's two different. There's some cats that'll go around and play hurt. Kobe has played hurt, so maybe he may not be able to hike a cab or something like that, or give you the thumbs up later on in life. But right now,
wow,
that's a bad thumb.
There's the comedy. That's
what you can't do the fawns for you. Hey.
And first of all, there's nobody out there like Kobe because Kobe's a beast.
For Kobe.
But in the sake of appeasing everybody else, what's your game of the week this week?
He nailed it last week, so he got to have a good one this week.
Tomorrow Chicago and Philly, Oklahoma City and Dallas. On Friday, Memphis and Oklahoma City, and on Monday, Oklahoma City and Portland.
Okay. All right.
Trust me on that.